can just stay in my bed, get dressed, take a white pill, lace on my shoes, I'm good to go. But somehow it just keeps coming on, coming again. Take a walk across the big city, pick up the pace. Can't believe that this is over. I'm a lonely wolf, howling at the moon. I'm a lonely wolf, no man, I ain't coming back home. I'm all in or I'm out. Take a big step, but lose my grip on the ground. Keep on walking in the city, pushers standing by, waiting for a local junkie to buy their supplies. Man, I just keep on moving, I ain't looking around. All good things come to an end. I'm a lonely wolf, howling at the moon. I'm a lonely wolf, no woman, I ain't coming back home. I can't feel nothing, baby. Don't wanna fly so tight, yeah. Attached it to the trash, girl. I made up my mind, yes I did. Well, you know what I'm talking about, girl. I'm a lonely wolf, howling at the moon. I'm a lonely wolf, no woman, I ain't coming back home.
Good afternoon, everyone. Here we are again. This time we will be flying DC-3. Today we are flying alone. Joao is busy for the weekend, so he will not be joining us. But for the future, if any of you want to join our group flights, you can go to my Discord channel and I will post all the flight details and instructions over there how you can join our flights, including flight plans and everything. That it would be great to start having more people flying with us. Let me send the Discord link in the chat. If my chatbot has updated the command, we'll see about that. But you can find it with Noob Trying Flying. So, without further ado, let's check our flight plan first. So, today we are in Colombia. We are flying in the middle of the Andes, northern Andes, more specifically. Oh, there it is, my Discord server. And we are going to follow several VOR stations, and I will try to figure out further how to not only follow the direction of the stations, but also to get the correct or desired magnetic heading approach for it, especially here when we are approaching our destination in Los Garzones. We won't have VOR stations between the Otu and the destination airport, so we are going to use this artificial lake as our visual reference. I hope it works. If not, I have my GPS map. And then our heading towards the airport would be 317, and that doesn't quite match what I want to do, because heading for our runway is 324. I might need to double check that, but I think it was 324. So what I want to do is to have heading 324 towards our VOR station, so it would guide us a bit more southwest towards the airport, so we are a bit better lined with the runway. Not perfectly, because the VOR station is not exactly on the runway, but we should have a much better approach for that. The distance was a bit under 400 nautical miles, so 2.5 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes give or take. Weather seems to be pretty good. At least on the ground we have only few knots of wind, so that shouldn't affect our flight time too much. Though with DC-3, even a small wind can actually make a difference. But enough about our flight plans. Let's jump in and start with our checklists. We are cold and dark as usual. That's how I want to start my flights, properly cold and dark. So, battery off, card, yes. Ground power off. All switches are off. Landing gear warning horn can stay on, but everything else is off. Radios are off. Main ignition off. Magnetos are off. Flaps are up. Parking brake is set. Tail wheel locked. Landing gear is down. Then crossfeed is off. Trims: rudder trim neutral, aileron trim neutral, and elevator trim neutral. Autopilot is off. Cowl flaps closed and off. closed and off. Hydraulic reservoir full. Blowers are low. Propellers low RPM, throttle idle, mixture idle cutoff. Then fuel and weight. Let's check our flight plan. Block fuel 1,850 pounds. So I will go main tanks for let's say 950 and 950, and for reserve we will say 300 pounds just in case. So 1,900 block fuel and 300 pounds of reserve fuel. So our take-off weight will be it's under 24,000 pounds, which is within our limits. Cockpit preparation checklist complete. Before engine startup. Chocks off, doors closed. Doors are closed. Ground power on. Ground power on.
Benito, Salas ground noob 1 ready to taxi, touch and go.
Noob 1 taxi to and hold short of runway 20 using taxiway.
Hey, wait a second.
Contact tower on 118.9 when ready.
I don't have AI radio communication. Why are you doing that? I'm not ready to taxi. Fair enough. Let's just
taxi to and hold short
ignore
runway
that
20
one for a
using
second.
taxiway noob 1.
That's a bit weird. And then batteries of cards. Voltage. We have nice 30 volts. Yes. Position lights. On. Cockpit lights as desired. We don't really... Well, we can put them on. Cabin lights, we don't actually have cabin lights here. So that is what it is. Then let's get some hydraulic pressure. Shut-off valve open. Manual pump 6 times. Let's check that. We have nice pressure there. Shut-off valve closed and cowl flaps can go open. Cowl flaps open. Then let's check our fuel gauges. Trying to remember the keyboard shortcuts here. Bear with me. There we go. Main tank. Oh yes, this is in gallons. Let me double check what we have in gallons. So in pounds we have 1,900. In gallons we are supposed to have 160 gallons in main tanks and 25 gallons in reserve tanks or in auxiliary tanks. 160. Yes, all checks up. Then fuel selector valves to main tanks, left engine, left main tank, right engine, right main tank. Blowers are still low. Propellers can go to high RPM. Throttles cracked open. Mixture can go to auto reach. Carb heat, cold, cold and locked. And main ignition on. Before engine start, checklist complete. Then, I think in real life, since I have subscribed or joined the VATSIM live ATC thing, though I'm not using it yet, I think we should request for clearance. What would be something like this? And since ground is our... Oh yeah, it's kind of weird because we don't even have avionics on yet. Wait a second. It's kind of... Okay, I will need to double check that. Let's go on with the engine startup. But if I was requesting startup, I would say something like Benito, Salas ground, good morning, Noob 1. Douglas DC-3 at ramp 10, VFR to Los Garzones via Neiva departure, request startup. Or something like that. Beacon light on, so people know that we are starting to do something. Then let's move a bit to a bit better position. Open the windows so we can hear outside. And we can start with engine number 3. First we go with fuel booster pumps on and we double check our fuel pressure. It is nice, 15 psi, perfect. Then prop area clear. Then it's been a while since I flew DC-3 last time, so we go for energizer for about 10 seconds. We will hear the flywheel getting the speed. Then we go for mesh to connect it with the engine. We turn magnetos to both and then we prime. Press to prime. Let's go. And engine number 1 is running beautifully. Then same for the left engine. Energizer. And we have both engines running beautifully. Now we just wait for the left engine to hopefully wake up to about same RPMs as the right engine, and then we will adjust down to 1000 RPMs. There we go. And then down to 1000 RPM. Perfect. Then fuel booster pumps can go off. Let's check fuel pressure. It is 15 psi and oil pressure is well, it's between the red lines. I might have typo here with the 40 psi, but it is close enough for the green. Then after engine start, before taxi. Let's check. Starter energizer neutral, mesh neutral, primers off. Battery can go to on ship, ground power off, and generators reset and on. Reset and on. And let's check our voltage. Nice 29 volts and nice amp source. Then avionics master can go on. Now we have the radios. Then radios seem to be tuned already. Okay. Then altimeter. Let's check our MESAR information. What is our local? Two 9.97. I think it's somewhere there. Yeah. Thereabouts. Then unengaged and engaged. Gyro and spirit pilot. Spirit wing indicator. There. Mixture can go down to alt lean. And hydraulic pressure. Give her a bit more throttle to keep the 1000 RPM, since we went for the auto lean mixture. There we go, and then we check the hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic pressure on green, landing gear pressure on green. Then cylinder head temperature is over 100 Celsius, yes. Oil temperature on the green over 40, between 70 and 90, perfect. And oil pressure is nice, 70 psi. After engine start, before taxi, checklist complete. Then, flight controls. Full and free. Tail wheel unlocked. Transponder. We don't have spot code yet, I suppose. Nope. Hey, by the way, I'm taking off runway 02 because of the winds. Then unfortunately I will ignore the ATC. They were acting before I wanted to do anything, so transponder is set by. push back for this and we can release. Parking brake, brakes on. And we will taxi to the runway then. I don't know what happened with the ATC because I was not requesting anything yet, but we will hold short here because we need to do the engine run-up procedures. Then engine run-up. Parking brake on. Parking brake on, tail wheel locked, fuel booster pumps are off, mixture goes to auto reach for this one, hull flaps are open, then propeller governance check, adjust 1700 RPM first. And then we exercise twice and verify RPM drop. Right engine first time, RPM drop verified. And second time, RPM drop verified. Left engine first time, RPM drop verified. And second time, RPM drop verified. Then magneto check. Same throttle settings. We go right engine magneto to right. We have slight RPM drop. We go for left. RPM stays around the same and back to both. We have increased in RPM and left engine magneto right. Slight RPM drop, magnetos left. RPM stays down at the same and back to both, and we have RPM increase. Then blower check. 1700 RPM still. Then right blower set high. Verify 30 inches mercury. Verify back to low, and we are back down to 20 inches mercury. Same for left engine. Manifold pressure climbs close to 30 inches mercury and back to low. Verify. Oh, verify. And feathering check. Set field parametric pressure, which is around 30 inches mercury. Verify 2200 RPM. Yes. Fuel pressure 15 psi plus minus 1. Yes. Oil pressure 80 to 90. Slightly over, but we are within the red lines. Then right engine feather, feather, check for RPM. Feather, RPM drop, feather, RPM comes up. left engine feather RPM drop, and the feather RPM increases again. Then RPM on hot position, verify RPM drop, unlock right engine RPM hot. We have slight decrease in the RPM, yes. Back to cold and left engine hot. Slight RPM drop there and to cold and low. Then we set 45 inches mercury. Verify 2700 RPM. Very close. And then we can go back to idle carefully towards 600, 700 RPM. And soon the oil pressure warning lights will come on when we go under 1000 RPMs. 700 RPM, perfect. Then let's adjust to 1000 RPM again. Perfect. Engine run-up procedure complete. Before takeoff, now we check our first waypoints. So we are flying straight over the Neva VOR towards heading 26. So we will take this VOR frequency, but for our navigation we are going to choose heading, wait a second, opposite of 26, that is 206. 26 plus 180, 206, because we are actually flying straight away from the waypoint when we are going towards here. And then once we have a signal from here, we will change to this frequency and change our heading to, or the compass to 026. But is this the Neva frequency? 115.8, yes. Come now. 115.8. And next one was 117.3. Yes, 117.3. We can put that already here. So it's ready. 117.3. And heading, let's get the figure. Stop doing anything. Just a second, I'll double check my connection. Okay, now it seems to be working again. I don't know what happened there, but let's get rid of the yoke here. So now if I remember correct, I have to choose no, not here, not this one. I think it was this one we choose. We'll see once we are airborne what it actually is, but let me see, this is 180, 210, 240, so this is 270, and it was 206 about ish. 180, 190, 210. So it should be around there. We'll see when we are airborne how close that is, but for now, comms autopilot set pitot heat on. Anti-icing not required. Fuel booster pumps on. Flaps we will take off with flaps 1 with quarter flaps. Trims we will see. We will leave neutral. Propellers high RPM. Mixture is auto reach. Lowers low. Carpeets cold and locked. Hull flaps can stay open for now. Landing lights on and on. Transponder we will leave it at the 7000 since we don't have other indications, and standby on and out. And then we can taxi for the runway and get ready for takeoff. We have clearance already. Oh, tail wheel unlocked. My bad. I will be using the full runway just to make sure we can actually take off, so we will make a U-turn here in the end. There we go. And take off. Tail wheel locked. First throttles to field parametric pressure. Release brakes, then to 44-48 inches mercury. And here we go. Flaps up at 112 miles an hour latest. And when 20 we go for flight. Perfect. Let's take off. Climb, gear up. I don't know what's going on with the radio now, so I will turn the...
Bogota Center Noob 1 is type Douglas DC-3 1 miles north of Benito, Salas 1,700 feet. Request flight following.
Noob 1 Bogota Center. Squawk 6412.
Now we are heading directly
Squawk
towards the
6412 Noob 1.
VOR, and we want
Noob
to
1 radar contact 2 miles north of Benito, Salas,
change
1,900
these
feet. Altimeter 29.907.
Roger Noob 1.
to 0.
Avianca 8417, you are 900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 220. Climb and maintain flight level 220, Avianca 8417.
Let's try to get the speed up a bit. Way too much of a climb rate. Here we go, thumbs up. Threshold, I have to increase the power to 35 inches mercury and RPMs to 2,350-ish. There we go. I think today I will be cruising only at 4,000 feet, just for the scenery. And let's see, if I'm bored then I might do some low-level flying or something, but we'll see about that later. Let's change the hydraulic selector to gyro. Get our autopilot going on.
Avianca 8416, climb and maintain flight level 310. ATR 9er79er, you are 400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
That's nice, 500 feet per minute, and we are actually very soon at 4,000 feet. So 35 inches mercury, throttle speeds, 2,350 RPM, fuel booster pumps can go. off. Then climb autopilot is on. Throttles are as they are. Landing lights off, and we will check the cylinder head temperatures and all flaps in a minute. We are now passing the VOR station. We will see how this. Me zoom in on my map a bit. Trying to figure out this force indicator. So basically, I will go a bit right because according to the map I'm a bit left from the course I want to be. Just to see how it affects this one and what I'm supposed to have there. So this is literally me just trying to figure out this on my own. So we have two and a half hours to figure it out. Let me just cut down a bit. And we can go to down to 30 inches mercury and 2050 RPM. And let's close the windows also, it's getting a bit noisy. Oh, okay, that's better. Equals 206. Oh god, which one? Here we go. 206, give or take. No, 0. Zero 26 was actually our heading. There. Get a bit closer here to have a better view of the compass. So 026. No, sorry. 206 for this one. 180. 190. 200. So it is about there. So we are heading away. We should go slightly to the right. So it's pointing directly downwards. Let me do this heading thing manually. A bit fiddly. Autopilot we have. Okay. Looks about right, everything. Not quite, if we judge from the map, not exactly, but it's very much close enough. So now we are flying away from the VOR station and we are following a course. Perfect. Let me then check, do we have already signal to the next one? And we actually do have signal for the next one. So I can adjust here 026 for our heading. Oh, hello, Muhammad. What's going on? So, 026. So we are heading directly towards the VOR station and we are almost on the course we would like to have. Nice. Then, let's check the scenery. Beautiful mountains. So now we have about 50 nautical miles left until our next waypoint.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet, Boeing 0 Charlie Mike.
Oh, now we have squawk code. 6412. Okay, it's there already. Fair enough. Never mind. And our next waypoint. What is the frequency? 117.3, and after that we have 112.7. Perfect. That is already preset there. And now we just follow the VOR station and try to keep our course close to the desired. Pretty nice visibility today, nothing to complain. Let's check our other weather information. Am I expecting any turbulence here? So we have wind barbs, turbulence, air sickness. Let's see, flight level 04. So nothing major, very minimal tailwind and no warnings on the way whatsoever. No turbulence, nothing. What about cloud cover?
Mont Colombia 4053, you are 800 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 220.
Nothing for us. I hope these clouds won't come
Climb and
above
maintain
them,
flight level 220.
above the airport,
Mont Colombia
so we have nice
4053.
visibility for the approach and landing. We'll see if I still remember how to land this bird. I'm not completely sure. It's been quite a while since I've been flying DC-3, so gonna be interesting to see. Right, for now, I will go for a quick break. We are cruising at, well, almost 5,000 feet. That's fine enough. We'll check if we descend a bit to maintain our 4,000 feet cruise altitude, but for now it doesn't really matter where we are flying. This is perfect. So, see you in a bit. Okay, we are back and looks like we have been drifting a bit, so let's turn again towards VOR. Slightly to the left. Now we should be heading here. Okay, let's... Oh! I forgot to go for auto lean. Let's hope we didn't use too much fuel for that mistake.
119.5 ATR 979er. Goodbye. Boeing 9er Charlie Mike descend and maintain 13,000
And
feet.
let's check our temperatures. Carb air temperature, nice, just above
maintain flight level 330.
0. Cylinder head temperature on the green.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Boeing 9er Charlie
No.
Mike.
We would
Descend
like
and
them
maintain flight level 330.
to
Avianca
have
102.
to be at 200, so let's go for trail position and see if that changes everything. And now we are at 4,000 feet, so I will level off again here. Now because I started
Charlie
with
Mike climb and maintain flight level 180. Keep speed not above 185 knots.
I started with pounds, now I'm confused with the gallon gauge. So we have 130 gallons.
Climb and maintain flight level 180. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Boeing 9er Charlie Mike.
Yeah. We had 950 pounds per.
Near 1 contact. Approach on 120.65. Good day.
Contact approach.
120.65, Noob 1.
No one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.
Approach Noob 1 4,000 feet.
Noob 1 approach altimeter 30.01 radar contact. Continue.
30.01. Okay. But yeah. 400 pounds we have burned. Should be okay for us. We'll see later. Then 30.01. There you go. How is our heading looking? We can go a bit left. And when this arrow starts turning, we know that we are above the VOR or passing the VOR. Then we can change for the next frequency. But until that, we follow that arrow.
ATR 322, descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
I suppose the radio compass is for the for the actual magnetic compass waypoints. But here we have only VORs, so we are using these two indicators. Bit of cloud coverage coming up. Let's hope it's not getting worse. At the moment, our destination airports, the wind elements are 2 knots headwind, 2 knots crosswind from the right. Let's see where that escalates. Bit of turbulence here. Checking the map, we can expect this above to start turning very soon. We are arriving at the next VOR station. And then we will change our frequency again. We are nicely following the course anyways, and almost perfectly heading to the VOR station. I see some mountains. I hope we are not. Well, if we are going there, then we have to go around.
When inbound on the approach.
And heading for the next waypoint is 017. Only 36 nautical miles. Okay, now it starts shifting. We know that we are approaching the VOR station. Also our course indicator is off, and there we go, we have reached the VOR station, so we change our navigation frequency to the next one and start heading that way. Oh yeah, those mountains are definitely on our way. Hello Sean, how is it going? So let me increase power again to 35 inches manifold pressure, and we will climb a bit because I'm not liking the mountains on my side. And then let's get our heading right. Here's the indicator for the next VOR station, and our magnetic course was 017. So we will adjust that one also here in a minute. 5017 is somewhere here. So we are a bit right from the course we originally wanted to go, but still we are heading directly towards the VOR station and we are not too much off the course, so that's fine by me. Visibility and mountains. Bad visibility and mountains. Oh, hello Sean. I am originally from Finland, from the Nordics. I live nowadays in Portugal. I'm done with snow and winter and minus 25 degrees and everything that, so I live in Portugal instead. But from Finland I am originally. Where are you from? So ABL is our next, then we are going towards PAL, which is 114.2. 114.2. So we have that tuned in already. And nicely heading towards the ABL VOR. Yeah, Sean, where are you from? I'm from the very, very dark and cold Nordics. But I really love Colombia, that's why I'm flying here. Oh, 5,500, that should be alright for us to get over the mountains. Just to be on the safe side. So back to the flying, back to the cruise power and level up here. Drifting a bit again, so let's turn left. There we go. Looks good again. And let's check our temperatures. Cylinder head around 180 Celsius. Carb air just above 0 Celsius. Good. Oil temperature good. Oil pressure on the green. Fuel pressure on the green. Hydraulic pressure also here on the green. So everything looking good for now. So following our VOR stations until we don't have them. After this one we have, then we have also Otu, but then we will follow heading 350 towards northwest and try to get visual on the lake, and we will also tune in the destination airport VOR, and for our magnetic heading we will actually tune in not 317, we will tune in 324, which is the bearing of the runway. So I hope that with the heading 324 and our VOR station, our navigation system will guide us a bit south from the planned route, so we would have nice direct approach for the runway. But that is all in theory. We will see how it works out. And as I said, we will also see if I remember how to land this bird or not. Test if we close our cowl flaps, how it affects our cylinder head temperature. I'm just curious. Then we get it to 200 Celsius just by that.
Contact Bogota Center on 128.6. Good day.
Going to 128.6 Nuke 1. Bogota Center Nuke 15,700 feet.
Now cylinder head temperature seems to
30.11 radar contact
stay
continue.
at the 180 Celsius. Well, at least we did pick up some airspeed. That's at least positive. So I guess we got a bit more power by closing the cowl flaps.
Mon Colombia 4226, climb and maintain flight level 190. Avianca 102 contact,
15.
approach on 120.65.
Bits.
Good day. ATR tree 10, you are tree 0 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 12,000
see if
feet.
we can
Keep
get to
speed not
our
above 230 knots. Expect ILS
desired
X-ray
course
runway 14
also.
right approach via AMS transition. Cleared to AMS. Climb and maintain flight level 190, Mon Colombia 4226. Mon Colombia 4226, climb and maintain flight
Okay,
level
now we are getting
260.
closer to our course. So let's turn towards the VOR again.
Going to 120.65 Avianca 102. Climb and maintain flight level 260, Mon Colombia 4226.
And just to double check, 114.2. Yes, next VOR station is already set there. So cruising at 164-65 miles per hour indicated airspeed.
Move 1 contact. Approach on 119.905. Good day.
119.905 new
And
1.
ground speed at the
Goodbye.
moment is
Approach new
167 knots.
5,600 feet.
Through airspeed 160 knots. Distance to destination 250 nautical miles left. And flight time, we have about 1 hour 30 minutes left. So expecting landing around 3:55 our GMT time.
Going to 128.6 Tam Cargo 8488 heavy.
Jet lags and journeys. That's a great channel name. Hello, how are you?
Approach Tam Cargo 8488 heavy is at 16,000.
Okay, let's keep eye on the needle to see when we are passing the VOR station, so we can go for the next.
Tam Cargo 8488 heavy contact. Bogota Center on 128.6. Good day.
God, it is busy in the radio. Damn. And we passed the VOR station. Let's go for the next.
6 Tam Cargo 8488 heavy. Goodbye.
Virtual air shows. Oh, that sounds cool. I'm just learning to fly, so I'm not doing air shows. And because I like challenges, my planes to learn are DC-3 and DC-6. Normal people would start with Cessnas. I didn't. Okay, so VOR station over there. Oh, from USA. Nice. So it's... What's the time difference to there? Which time zone are you at? Anyways, it's morning there, I suppose. So 017 should be around here, so we are exactly on our course and heading towards the next VOR station. 8:27, damn, breakfast time. Yeah, I live in Portugal, so we are on the GMT time. So it is 2:27 at the moment, afternoon. And by the way, let's also, before I forget, check the next VOR station, Otsu 115.4, 115.4. How do I like the sim? For me, the Flight Simulator 2020 is plenty at the moment, because I am, as my channel names suggest I am a noob. I'm a very beginner, so for me this is plenty. I hear a lot of people saying, and Joao, who's often flying with me, today he's busy, but we are often having group flights. He prefers the X-plane because of the physics. And what I understood is that for 2024, Microsoft rebuilt the whole physics, modeling and engine and everything, so supposedly it's much better with physics, but considering how much they have had problems with the launch and everything, I'm waiting at least half a year, 1 year before I'm even bothering putting my money on that one. So for now, 2020 is fabulous. My earlier experience from flight sims were whatever Flight Sim 97 it was. So comparing this to 97 can't even compare. It's completely different, but 2024 is definitely on my list just because of the realism and everything. It seems to be much better.
Cam Cargo 8488, heavy descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Are you flying 2024 yourself?
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Cam Cargo 8488, heavy.
I'll say, so they are still having a lot of problems with that. One thing for me also is that I really like them. I have the DuckWorks enhancements for the DC-3, and I have the PMDG DC-6, and I don't think they have done any updates for the 2024 yet, so I will wait for a bit before buying that, so I could get the latest updates from PMDG for the DC-6 and also this one before going for that sim. But yeah, definitely on my list. But there's enough challenges in this one for me at the moment. Yeah, I have seen some hilarious videos about that, but then if you pay 70 euros to 200 euros for a game, you would expect to get a working product. What's my favorite plane? I would say it's DC-3. There's one day, now that they are still flying in the Colombian jungle, I want to do a flight in there, but unfortunately they keep crashing them quite frequently, so I'm not sure how long they are flying those anymore or operating those. DC-3, yeah. Old school.
Approach Mon Colombia 4001.
Okay, looks like we are approaching some more mountains, which is not surprising in the Andes, but let's see if we have to climb more, or what do we do? Oh yeah, that C-47 DC-3 differences and commonalities, that's not very clear for me, honestly, but and I think they had several different versions with different engines and everything, so But if I remember correctly, it was the first successful airliner, actually profitable airliner. So. We are drifting a bit. Let's turn again. Okay, that looks better. And now we can actually disregard the mountain tops here. The snowy hills.
Avianca 8416 descent and maintain 12,000 feet. Keep speed not above 1905 knots.
What about our fuel situation? 100 gallons per main tank, and still the same 20-30-ish gallons in the reserve tanks. Should be alright, even I forgot to change mixture to Autoline for the first part of the cruise. We might have burned a bit more fuel than we wanted, but as long as we don't run out of fuel, I'm happy. So after the next waypoint, we have the mountains here. After the next waypoint, it looks like we are quite clear of the bigger mountains here. So for this part, when we are slightly following the river, I will take a quick break and be back then. After this one, our only VOR station is at the destination airport, so we will try to use this artificial lake as a visual reference to have an idea where we are going. Unless, of course, we get a clear signal from the VOR, then that's our visual spot. We'll see.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet along Colombia for 001.
And just making sure 115.4, that is our next VOR station. And now we have rain also. Mountain, zero visibility and rain. Great.
Colombia 4001, you are 11 miles northwest of El Dorado. Contact tower on 118.35 when inbound on the approach. Tower on 118.35 along Colombia for 001.
Ooh, rainbow. Oh, we have a rainbow. So I'm flying in a rain cloud. I guess after my break I will descend a bit below the clouds, or at least try to be below the clouds, to have a bit better visibility of what's going on. And we have, let me check, what is this airfield?
Avianca 8416 descent.
Palanquero,
Maintain 11,000
Puerto
feet.
Salgar. Puerto Salgar. Airfield. Oh yeah.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Avianca 8416.
We are not going there. We have our own destination at Los Garzones. And for now, the wind elements at our arrival airport, they are still 2 knots headwinds, 2 knots crosswind from the right. So shouldn't be too difficult, but it's been a while since I landed on DC-3 last time, so gonna be interesting anyways. The heading for the next waypoint is 006, almost directly to north, towards north. 006, I'll keep that in mind. And now we arrived at the VOR station. Let's change the frequency to the next one. And we turn towards that one. Slightly off our course. So let's get back to the course and then turn again towards the VOR station. Getting closer. And that's close enough. Then keep heading for the VOR station. Okay, now we don't have mountains in the sight, so I will take a quick break here. Our gyro pilot is taking care of our altitude, or not so much altitude, our pitch. So, see you in a bit.
8416. You are 12 miles northwest of El Dorado. Contact tower on 118.25 with Noob 1 contact Bogota Center on 128.6. Good day.
Going to 128.6 Noob 1. Bogota Center Noob 1 6,000 feet.
Noob 1 Bogota Center altimeter 29.9 radar contact continue. Airbus 39er tree traffic is 6 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 185 Airbus. Report them in sight. Mon Colombia 4117 traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 180 Airbus. Report them in sight. Mon Colombia 4117 have the Airbus in sight.
Okay, we are back. A little shishy right there. Okay, let's see. How much have we drifted? A lot, it seems. Let's get back on course. Oh, we drifted a lot. Ah. Huh. Interesting. And then before this waypoint, I want to also check our gyro pilots if we need to adjust anything there. But first, let me get back to the truck. Okay, now the VOR station is a bit to our right, so we should intercept our course again over here. Well, let's see. That's what I assume to happen, but it is still a bit of a mystery. Let's check our temperatures. Carb air just above 0, that's good. Cylinder head temperature around 180 Celsius, nice on the green. Oil temperature green. Oil pressure, fuel pressure all on the green. Hydraulic pressure green. Also here hydraulic pressure and landing gear pressure. Everything on the green, and outside we have 20 Celsius at the moment. So no de-icing needed for us. We have around 90 to 100 gallons per main tanks, which at the moment is not quite clear what it means, because somehow I started with pounds and not with gallons. Even I didn't know that this plane is in US metrics with everything else except temperatures. They are in Celsius, but everything else is in inches, mercuries and gallons and things like that, PSIs. Yeah, let me check. What was the key for our autopilot and compass? Oh, for the compass we don't actually have a key. Okay, fair enough. Let's use this one. We are at heading. That's 350, so we are at heading 355, and here it says heading 4. Of course, no. Oh, it's actually, no. The indicated heading here is 014 or something. And we are at heading 355.
Mount Colombia, 4301, descend and maintain flight level
No,
180.
actually a bit more. We are almost directly to north. So let me check where was. Which one? This one was the
Descend and maintain flight level
calibration.
180, Mount Colombia, 4301.
And let's check it again. Now, north. A bit over north, so let's adjust a bit more. Too much. That's 03. Well, that's close enough. Now it should be kind of calibrated, so we can get an actual heading from our next VOR station towards the lake, which we will try to use as visual reference. And let's again concentrate on getting back on track. Still slightly to the right of the course we wore them. I don't know how to say, off the track we want to follow. See, do I see any wind barbs here? I should have them. But my map is not showing them. For some reason. Just curious what's... Oh, it's showing something. So we don't actually have any major wind from our left, from the west, but we are still drifting a lot.
Sky 5583, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 80.
Okay, that's a bit better. Now we are
Climb and maintain
way
flight level
closer.
tree 80, Aero Sky 5583.
And this is not very exact gauge, so as long as we are heading towards the VOR and close enough to the track, then I'm happy. Nothing with this plane is exact science.
Colombia 4301, you are 4 miles south. Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Keep speed not above 215 knots. Expect ILS Yankee runway 1 approach via Donto transition. Clear to Donto.
As soon as I have visibility, I want to
Colombia 4301, descend and maintain 13,000
descend
feet.
to
Keep speed not above
4,000
215
feet,
knots.
so we could be below the clouds, but at the moment, because I have no idea what's below us, we'll just keep cruising here. But now we are nicely following the track towards the VOR
Descend and
stage.
maintain 12,000 feet. Keep speed not above 190 knots. Long Colombia 4301.
Bit of turbulence in the clouds, like expected. And then, by the way, let's also check our final VOR at the arrival airport, which is 114.8. Yes, 114.8. And to that in 114.8. Perfect. And the magnetic heading of the runway was 324. So we will tune that also once we are a bit closer. Okay, so at 6,000 feet we have clouds, at 4,000 feet we shouldn't have, so let's do so that we descend a bit. Don't think these are any high mountains. Let's see if we go down to 5,000 we should be able to see a bit more. Drifting a lot to the right all the time. I need to keep adjusting so we keep the VOR as our next target.
Avianca 90541, you are 600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 10. Climb and maintain flight level tree 10.
Might actually be looking at the map that we have quite a bit of mountains still here after the next waypoint. So maybe it's... oh, we'll see. I'll climb again if needed.
Avianca 5, you are 1,600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70, Avianca 5.
Okay, so our cloud ceiling seems to be around 5,300 feet. So we'll try to stay at 5,000 feet for now. And once we are past the last bit of mountains, then we can descend to 4,000, which is our planned cruising altitude, so I can keep my own mental a note of our top of descent and everything, so we should have a nice straight in approach. Okay, let's level up here. That's good. Level off. Level off. So we are at 5,000 feet at the moment. Just barely below the clouds. So we have nice visibility for the scenery. Let's double check them. Gyro. We are heading 05
ATR tree tree 1. Contact Medellin approach on 121.1. Good day.
056057. Okay, that. No, 005. 00. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. That's
Going to 121.1 ATR tree tree 1.
okay. Now it's perfect. Now we are drifting again quite a bit. Then our heading towards the lake should be 350. So 350. Pretty much there. 3334355036. Okay, there's a bit of a bug in the scenery I see. Well, won't affect our flight so much. Still nice scenery.
Airbus 423 climb and maintain flight level 250.
Here we have also radio altitude.
Climb and maintain flight level 250 Airbus 423.
So this is actually the altitude above the ground. I don't know what is this set thing. We don't have any knobs here. So would this mean that we are 2,500 feet above the ground level? I guess so. Thank you for the subscription, Pilot Valdemar. Greatly appreciated. And a lot of lives upcoming. I have also the Discord channel with the same name, and I started publishing all the flight plans over there and instructions how to join if you want to have a group flight. I'm usually flying with my friend Joao, but this weekend he was busy. But it would be great to have more people flying with us. We also have a Discord voice chat over there for the group flights. Makes life a bit easier when you can communicate in real time over the voice chats. Right now we are cruising at 5,000 feet in the northern Andes and trying to follow our VOR stations, though the one we are approaching now is our last VOR waypoint. Then we are heading towards northwest and try to locate visually the lake here, artificial lake, and then head towards our destination airport. Keeping an eye on the VOR. We have set our heading towards the lake in the gyro, so when we are on top of the VOR I will engage the gyro and then I will of course also use the GPS map. We have to see how closely we are following the route, or are we drifting too much? Today we have been drifting a lot. I didn't see any strong winds, but still quite a lot. Constantly correcting. When this needle starts turning, we know that we are at the VOR station, and then we can start flying towards heading 350 towards the lake for the next 80 nautical miles. And I will also change the frequency to our destination airport, and we'll see when it picks up the VOR frequency. At the moment, wind elements at the destination airport completely 0 knots. I sort of hope it stays something reasonable. I'm not really looking forward for DC-3 crosswind landings. I haven't really practiced crosswind landings with any planes, so might need to start practicing that one also. But live weather, and it's showing 0 knots winds at the moment. Earlier it was something like 2 knots headwind, 2 knots crosswind from the right, but even that shouldn't really change the situation at all. Looking at the needle here, when do we have movements? There we go, and we are arriving at the VOR station. And we can turn to heading 350. And change on our frequency to destination airport. Let me double check 114.8. Yes, that is correct. And as I thought, we don't have signal yet, so we will
Climb and maintain flight
fly
level 350
towards
on
the lake,
Colombia
try
4152.
to locate that visually, and then eventually we'll get the signal. The magnetic heading of the runway was 324. That's something I want to get in here already. 324. Okay, it's kind of picking up the signal, but we don't start heading that way yet. 331, 32, and 4. That should give us, once we are flying towards the airport, it should give us indication here where to approach, so that we would be sort of aligned with the runway. But we'll see about that later. If we can't do straight in approach, then we don't. That's it. And let's also double check our compass. 350, we are heading at 349. That's fair enough. Perfect enough for
On
us.
Colombia 415, to contact Barranquilla Center on 127.5. Good day. .5 on Colombia 4152. Goodbye.
Let's also check our meta. Los Garzones. Weather. Wind is calm. Yes. Ceiling at 2,000 feet above ground level. Okay. Broken clouds 2,000 feet. Temperature 30 Celsius. Altimeter 29.88 at the moment. Well, we don't need to care about that yet. And since I mistakenly calculated my fuel loads in pounds and our gauges are in gallons, I'll check my
Avianca 8521. You are
remaining fuel
1,100 feet
here.
below your
We
assigned
had
altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 390.
950 pounds per main tank. We have still 450, 440 pounds. And
Climb and
we
maintain flight level
are
390, Avianca 8521.
way over halfway through the flight, so should be fine. About 45 minutes left. Yeah, that's might be even a bit more. Estimation I'm getting here are a bit weird because according to what I checked earlier, with this estimation we were supposed to be landing in about 35 minutes, but not gonna happen. So now we have signal for the airport. And if we are lucky, we might not even need to fly to the lake, all the way to the lake. If we intercept the track before that, we can turn directly to left towards our airport and follow the track. But we'll see how it goes. Let's also get our descent checklist ready. And also tick all the items from here, so for once I would have a completed checklist. I have never done the ticking part, so. We don't need ADC clearance, or actually I have the AI radio at the moment because radio was doing weird things when we started. At the moment blowers are low, mixture is lean, and that's about it for now. Nothing else we want to do at the moment. It looks like, now that I know how to calibrate the gyro pilot here, it's following the heading really nicely. But it was somewhat 10 to 15 degrees off. That's what I've been struggling with earlier because it's not even close where I want to go. But now it's working perfectly. Now that I know that I can actually calibrate from here.
Bogota Center Rocksmart, 554 tree flight level tree 90.
Let's see the cloud situation at flight level 010, nothing. 030, some clouds. At 2000 shouldn't be anything, but I guess things can change. At some point I will descend to 4,000 feet once we have cleared this last bit of mountains here, and then our top of descent should be around here about 13-14 nautical miles before our destination. For now I will take a quick break. Autopilot is doing awesome job at the moment.
One contact Barranquilla Center on 127.5. Good day.
127.5 Newt 1. Goodbye. Barranquilla Center Noob 1 4,900 feet.
Noob 1 Barranquilla Center altimeter 29.90 radar contact. Continue. Barranquilla Center Airbus Hotel Kilo 5423 is at 11,400 feet climbing flight level 250. Airbus Hotel Kilo 5423 Barranquilla Center altimeter 29.90 radar contact. Continue to Vesca. Barranquilla Center Airbus Hotel Kilo 5425 is at 5,400 feet climbing flight level 280. Airbus Hotel Kilo 5425 Barranquilla Center altimeter 29.89 radar contact. Continue to Asuru.
And we are back. Let's see here. So I set a 3 to 4. I kind of see us approaching the track. Let's see if we can actually intercept this one even before the lake. Gonna be interesting to see. But now we have cleared the mountains, so I will also initially descend to 4,000 feet. The landing is still making me a bit nervous because it's been quite a long time. I flew DC-3 last time, so gonna be interesting to see.
climb and maintain flight level 200.
If I'm looking at the map and the
Climb and
bearing
maintain
of
flight
the
level
runway,
200,
following
Airbus
that
425.
over here,
Airbus 425 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
it might be very possible that we can intercept the runway
Climb and maintain 14,000
heading
feet. Airbus 425. Airbus
already
425
before the
descend
lake.
and maintain 3,000 feet.
Let's see.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Airbus 425.
Right now we are maintaining heading beautifully, so I will disengage the sprint pilots, no, the gyro pilots, and the heading for, oh god, there we go. Sorry, I don't remember the keyboard controls. Heading for the runway was 3, 2, 4. Oh, hello Daniel. Thanks for hopping in. So 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be our runway. It's been a nice live. I have had new people joining here. People I haven't seen before. Always makes me happy to see new names, new usernames over here. Okay, we are at 4,000. Let's level up.
Avianca 4-tree climb and maintain flight level 370.
We are very close to
Airbus
our
388 traffic is 3 o'clock, 2 miles at flight level
track to
370
the
Airbus.
runway.
Report them in sight.
So we will actually not fly all the way to the lake. We can intercept this one already when we are there. Nice. Nice learning new things and figuring out the whole VOR radio navigation minefield. We already have clear signal from the airport, VOR, and now we are so close to that one that I will initiate the turn also.
5531 is passing flight level 335, climbing flight level 380. Locksmart 5531 Barranquilla Center radar
And in
contact.
theory,
Continue to Butyl.
this means that we are heading towards the airport and we should be almost lined with the runway. So we should be able to do straight in approach. But that is, again, all in theory. Then again, we have some clouds at 2,000 feet, which is not exactly optimal conditions for visual approach, but we will wait until we are a bit closer and we will start descending first to 2,000 and 1,000, and then we will see if we have good visual for the runway or not. But about, give or take, 70 nautical miles left. Here it says, well, 62. nautical miles. And 22 minutes at the moment showing here until touchdown. At the arrival airport, winds are super calm, nothing there, no wind at all. It makes me kind of my life easy.
Airbus 425 contact approach on 119.1. Good day. One Airbus 425. Goodbye.
Okay, let's reduce our throttle a bit too much to maintain the 30 inches mercuries. And let's check our temperatures. Carb air nice, cylinder head temperature nice, oil temperature all good. Fuel we still have 55-60 gallons in main tank. And since I was stupid and started with pounds and not gallons, let me check what that means in pounds. So we had 950 pounds per main tank. We have 330, 340 left. Should be plenty. Should be plenty enough. And we have 300 pounds reserve also in the auxiliary tanks. Now I'm just trying to adjust our headings so we keep them heading towards the VOR and try to be on the track as close as possible.
Avianca for tree contact Bogota Center on 128.6. Good day. .6 Avianca for tree. Goodbye.
So we are up from the mountains. Now it's all plain fields. And let me adjust the gyropilot a bit to maintain our altitude as we want. Daniel, are you going to be just home today or maybe heading for debriefing?
Avianca 844 tree climb and maintain flight level 190. Climb and maintain flight level 190 Avianca 844 tree.
Let's check, can we find our airport? No. Not yet. Los Garzones. Let's see what Atis has
Los
to say.
Garzones Airport Information Uniform 1500 Zulu. Wind calm.
Visibility.
6 in heavy rain. Sky condition.
Oh, heavy rain.
1,800 feet,
God.
Scattered 4,900 feet. Scattered few clouds at 14,300 feet. Temperature, tree 0. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 29.88. ILS Yankee runway tree 2 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 2. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have uniform.
Okay, information uniform, heavy rain, poor visibility. Perfect. 29.88 first of all. So it's somewhat around here. So heavy rain, compromised visibility, all that. And visual approach. Nice. Well, I'm not requesting landing yet. Let's just forget it for now. Turn a bit north and try to get back on the track here. Okay, let's see. This track looks good, so let's turn towards our airport. And we can start preparing for descent. Throttles, let's put to 25 inches mercury at the moment. RPM 2354 now. Cowl flaps to open. Then lowers are low. Mixture can go to auto reach. Throttles, propellers, like they are. Cowl flaps open. Let's put landing lights on, and then we'll check the flaps as we go. We are a bit off from our desired heading. We can also start descending. Go for flaps 1 for now, or quarter flaps, and adjust our descent again. We are at 140 miles an hour. Let me reduce the throttle slightly to 21 inches mercury. Let's see if we can get the speed down to 130 miles an hour so we can go for flaps 2 or half flaps. Half flaps. And let's request full stop landing.
Garzones Tower Noob 1 is 12 miles southeast 3,200 feet with uniform to land.
Noob 1 Los Garzones Tower. Altimeter 29.88, wind calm, make straight in runway tree 2.
Nice, wind calm, make straight in runway
Make
23.
straight in runway tree 2. Noob
32,
1.
sorry. Like 3,000 feet. Quarter flaps we will go eventually. Tail wheel locked. Fuel booster pumps on. Carb heats cold, and locked. Blowers are low. Mixture auto reach. Cowl flaps confirm are open. And throttles we adjust to keep our airspeed. That's about it. Take a better view here. And then just before landing, props go to high RPM and landing gear down. Perfect. And I have visual on the runway. We'll go for 3/4 flaps. Prepare for landing. And disengage autopilots. Going to line up with runway.
Noob 1 wind
Gear
calm,
down.
cleared to land runway tree 2.
Clear to land runway tree 2 Noob 1.
Gear down. Still 50 gallons per main tank, so we have plenty of fuel. Increasing the power a bit to maintain our speed. And now we have 2 knots of crosswind. Two knots of crosswind. Is it possible that it makes me drift on DC-3 because it's really pushing me to the left? High RPM, maintaining 90 miles an hour. Starting to reduce power. Forward to idle. Well, not a perfect one, but I have seen worse on DC-3. And tail wheel unlocked.
Noob 1, turn next taxiway.
Stop. There we go. Now, let's tax. Or let's clear the runway first and check our checklists. Ah, we made it. It was only 2 knots, but it was crosswind. So, I think it was my first crosswind landing on DC-3.
Noob 1,
So
contact ground on 118.1.
I'll take it.
118.1 Noob 1. Goodbye.
Here we go. Clear off the runway. Parking brake on, and after landing checklists. Tail wheel is unlocked. Flaps up, of course. Flaps are up. Fuel booster pumps off. Trims neutral. This was this one. Trims are neutral. I thought I used rudder trim, but I guess I didn't. Elevator trim neutral. Pitot heats off. Anti-icing we never turned on. Landing lights off. Transponder to standby. On. No. On standby. Standby. Tick item. Then we taxi to parking. Ground services. No, not takeoff, no. Parking, fueling. Okay, fair enough. No ground here. Whatever. Let's taxi to parking. So I guess we just park here. Is this a parking place? Yeah, I guess so. There we go. Then tail wheel locked. Parking brake on. Blowers are low. Mixture goes to auto lean. Propellers are high RPM. And throttles to idle. Let's not kill the engines quite yet. Keep them running. Cowl flaps closed and off. Closed and off. Closed and off. Generators off. Then we can kill the engines. Mixture idle and cut off. Throttle idle. Doors open, chocks in. Fuel selector valves off and off. Magnetos. Off and off. Main ignition off. All lights off. 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 Avionics master off. And battery to cards. That is all done. Every single checklist completed for the first time. So, thank you for joining. Here we are at Los Garzones in Colombia. Landing was not perfect, but it was, I count it still as successful landing, let's put it that way. Not quite perfect parking, but yeah, we are not seeing any other planes here at the moment, so let's take it like that. Thank you for joining. I have no idea what I'm going to do next weekend, what live streams we are going to do, but I really like to explore the radio navigation, especially now that I got a bit better understanding how everything works and what I need to adjust and how I can not only fly towards a VOR station, but also how can I follow a certain magnetic heading towards the certain VOR station. As we saw today, I was following the magnetic heading of the VOR station, and we were pretty nicely lined up with the runway already before going to manual flying. So that's really interesting for me. Anyways, that's it for today. I will go for debriefing and we'll see how busy I am at work this week and how much I can plan for next weekend, but I will try my best to have another live stream, possibly even 2 live streams next weekend. So tune in, subscribe to my YouTube. Also with my name you can find my Discord server where I am sharing all the flight information with flight plans and everything and instructions if you want to join us for a group flight. I am usually flying with my friend Joao here. He was busy this weekend, but next weekend he will be joining us also. So would be fun to have more people flying with us, to have a sort of formation flight and more of a community growing. So that's it for today. See you next weekend. Bye bye.